All right, there we go. So audio's good so far. If it starts clipping, tell me here in the comments. I'm gonna start talking Raw. I did like the way Raw started this week. I really, as always, with wrestling right now, it's all built for Roman. Absolutely hate it, but you know what? I'm looking at the Intercontinental Championship scene as where it's at because the way I see it, once Roman gets the world title, that leaves the IC for other people. Although today I had a little bit of a realization here that I did not like, but what are the chances here? We get a WrestleMania 6 situation where Roman Reigns goes into WrestleMania as Intercontinental Champion and is then a double champion. I do not put this past them. And that's what scares me. Um, so the whole thing starts off with kind of everybody down to the ring, more or less. Kurt comes out and announces the Rumble match, which a couple of people online have been doing the math up. There's only like 23 available female wrestlers. So where are we going to get the rest of these wrestlers? Um, okay. Yeah, maybe it was bad connection, Chris. Oh, well, buddy. Like I was saying, leave any comments over on the side here. Mal and Chris is also not with us here tonight, so you guys could yak it up here in the chat. Um, so I did wash my sweatshirt here, Chris, but I did not put my Bolt BFFs on there yet. I gotta go up and get those. I just looked down at my picture and saw me not wearing them, so feel weird. There's no yokai watch here that it's glaring. Just gigantic Invicta watches. So all right. So what I really did like about this is we got to see how much Jason Jordan is not over. It was actually fairly brutal. Really just flat out the daddy's boy chant. The way Seth is out there talking down to him and telling him like, no, this is how you have to do this, and look at what situation you got yourself in there, dumb dumb. And yeah, he just shy of called him dumb dumb. It was actually really pretty awesome. Now the funny part is this guy's been in developmental for like 5 years. He's been a tag team champion, a competent tag team champion at that. So the idea that like Seth Rollins is like, hey, stupid, look, you're not doing anything right, is like, well, he's actually somebody. I guess maybe everyone has Booker T-itis where they're forgetting all of the things that they're apparently seeing in front of their eyes as they're seeing them. Um, just wanted to do a little quick reminder, like, share, and subscribe. Also give a like here on the video. That does help us out. I'll be posting a New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 12 card preview right after this video, and I'll be waking back up at 2 a.m. I'm gonna like crash out, wake up at 2 a.m., and then I'll be doing an episode, a match by match episodes of Five Live, talking about the matches as they happen, because it's going to be such an awesome card. I cannot wait. Um, NXT doesn't count. No, he was SmackDown Tag Champ with Gable. The drink is how I punctuate my point. Uh, yeah, he was tag champion in NXT also, but yeah, you're right. NXT apparently in the world of WWE just does not seem to matter. Um, let's see here. So, yeah, he comes down, he gets the daddy's boy chant, he gets talked down to all this stuff, whatever. And then Jordan goes on to have a match with Cesaro that is phenomenal. Um, the kid can work, and that's the problem, is that he just has a fresh face, and what I've related to the Rocky Maivia syndrome. We are seeing the Rocky Maivia portion of Jason Jordan's career. So I feel like what we're going to see next, he's going to do a heel turn. Everyone already doesn't like him, so they're just going to absolutely hate him. And then when you finally do turn him, it's the biggest thing that's ever been if you've really kept him a heel well enough. They did this with The Rock. I'm not saying that he has by any means the charisma that The Rock has. If Martin was here right now, he'd be guffawing. But he by no means does he have the charisma of The Rock at this point in his career, and he may never have it. But he does have skill, and that really does make up for a lot. If you could talk to the mic a little, okay, that's gonna work. Um, we shall see. But I mean, this kid is awesome in the ring. He brought some amazing matches out of guys like Roman Reigns. Really push him to the limit, which brings me to a little bit of my fantasy booking, realizing that they're not going to just have Roman Reigns drop the belt to just anybody. It needs to be a situation where Roman can lose but doesn't lose per se. And that really is Elimination Chamber. That's a way to get him out via injury, just a crazy pin, or some kind of interference. There's a way to get Roman out of this situation and into a Brock situation at Elimination Chamber. So, I mean, we'll see what's going on with that. And then you get your title match, Vince. But at the same time, that Elimination Chamber would have Bray, possibly Bray, because you need somebody to lose. Um, you could have Joe, Finn, and guys who would really do well with the Intercontinental title, who, again, I'm calling the new title. Um, so Jordan, yeah, has a really good match against Cesaro. Again, can't fault the kid's work rate, and Cesaro is a beast. He did totally burn Cesaro by saying, "I'm gonna knock back your reconstructed grill," I believe is what he said. Because Cesaro has, as we've all seen those pictures. If this was a produced video, I would show graphic pictures of Cesaro's teeth just everywhere in his mouth. But he now has them fixed, and he has braces in. So he did a promo. I feel like Cesaro was itching to do a promo because the second he could talk in the microphone, he was like, "Listen here, Kurt, I'm gonna do all the talking in this." And you go, "Yeah, he's just happy he doesn't sound like Sylvester saying sucker and succotash, or Roman Reigns for that matter." It's this guy. So, oh God, he's just the worst. I don't understand it. So, we'll go on to a match. Bray Wyatt defeating Apollo Crews. This was just a match. I really honestly can look at this and say, whatever. You saw some badass Uranagis from Bray Wyatt. Um, we're going to be seeing Hardy and Wyatt coming up. I hope they don't drag this out until WrestleMania. That's a little bit too long. They've turned Bray Wyatt from a charismatic cult leader who I totally bought into as last SummerSlam. Then they did the Sister Abigail thing, and you go, "What? Where are you guys going with this?" They break off his cult, turn them into some gimmick guys, and now he's like a wizened hobo, I guess. I don't really know what they're doing with him here. They need to bring the family back. What's worse is for Rowan, they haven't even changed. Ooh. um, they haven't really changed much for Rowan. He still comes down with the mask on. Like, at what point do you just bring them back to the fold? Um, I don't know. There's just it seems like a disaster. They're really just building Bray to constantly lose. It's pretty sad. Now in the opening portion of the night, I'm sorry, Alexa, the lady of the night here that we all love oh so very much. I should have put a bunch of Alexa stuff out. So we do have the new Alexa Pop. Where is she? Oh, there she is. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Boom. Put her over next to Martin. There we go. Yeah, with Bray, they did give him the belt, and they don't even understand. It was a weird transition, and he got it from a great match. I don't really, again, I guess I just don't get it. If you want to transition, there's better ways to do it, and you don't have to destroy such a good wrestler, such a charismatic guy. Um, Oh, ooh, that's weird. So Chris here saying that he pre-ordered the Elite figure and it got canceled. Right now, I actually just saw it on Amazon running for 18 bucks. Also, 18 bucks on eBay with free shipping. So that's actually $5 cheaper than a GameStop or a lot of places actually carrying Elites now that are not Walmart or Target. It's going to be more than $20. So to find it for 18 right now is about right. And are you talking about the one with the two little the belt with the puff things on the back? Oh, that's really weird. So Chris is here because the chat doesn't come over to the show here. So Chris is saying that hers, Ken Shamrock, and Braun's got canceled. That sucks. That new Braun looks really good too. I actually really like the Braun he's got. I think that's the screamy face Braun. Um, I'll actually that Ken Shamrock just reminds me I'm going to be doing a big sell off here pretty soon. I got a bunch of toys down here in the arcade. Trying to narrow some things down, curate the collection. Every year I do a big sell off, so I'll probably post that on one of our feeds here somewhere as to where to go and what stuff will be for sale. So, and then also we'll be selling some Five Live stuff. So again, like, share, and subscribe, and all of that other nonsense that we always say. So early in the night, Alexa finds out that she is going to have to wrestle against Asuka, and she's not very happy. She's flipping out. Uh, I don't like what they're doing here, primarily because she's losing clean. She's always been winning clean as a heel. She shouldn't be winning clean. She's playing cowardly heel, and then she wins clean, and that's not how. Oh, geez, I'm gonna sneeze again. Whew. Um, she's playing coward heel, but then she's winning clean, and those two things don't always go together because they're not really made to go together. Um, So now they have her up against Asuka, who's dominant everything, dominant heel face. That she's going to be a Brock Lesnar essentially. Um, she's so dominant, and she gets in Alexa's face, and Alexa turns into a puppy. Like her face droops down, the whole thing, and it's just not the character. Even if she was afraid, that doesn't seem like the kind of afraid she would be. She's playing cowardly to a pathetic level, and not to a dastardly coward. So I guess we'll see where this goes. I thought they were going to give this to Asuka at Mania and maybe draw this out a little bit. Seems like Rumble might be it, if not before. I hope they don't give it to her on a SmackDown. Make something of this. Make it the Rumble. She is in the Rumble match though, so and again, 22 to 23 female superstars here. So there may not be enough to actually fill 30. So I wonder where we're gonna get. Are we gonna get a Bull Nakano reappearance or an Alundra Blaze or something? Because I don't know what they're gonna do. Oh, I'm sorry, Medusa, aka Made in the USA. So all right, so Asuka actually goes on and beats Alexa Bliss in what was a pretty solid match, and on a much bigger stage with a much better booked match. This is going to be a phenomenal piece of work. So I can't really wait to see this. Just right now, that's kind of not where we're at with it. They're still building the story, and again, they're doing a haphazard job of it. It seems like. Next match was Braun Strowman versus Heath Slater and Rhino. Now, this is originally a match between Strowman and just Rhino. Um, Turns out though, Strowman picks up the microphone and threatens Slater, saying, "You're either gonna get the hell out of here, or you're gonna get in this ring," and it turns into a 2-on-1, and it turns into a power slam, just festival that would make the likes of Stevie Ray just blow his top. Um, yeah, who are the free agents going to be though? That's my problem here, Mal. Like, who I there are two or three women who have just left TNA, so might see those pop up. Um, Outside of some luchadors and some classics like a Beth Phoenix, if she would ever step back in a ring, and it would only be for one night. So what the hell's the point? It would never be someone like Sexy Star. It wouldn't be Rosemary. So I just don't know who it could be as a free agent. That would be Mae Young. The shambling corpse of Mae Young would take the greatest bump from Asuka over the top rope. Oh, she'd kick her head right off. Literally, her head would fall off. Yeah, Mae Young. That's what I'm voting for. Lock it in. So, yeah, Strowman goes into a power slam off, and he is just the crowd is behind him, just one more time, and it's like, oh, geez, and I can only imagine being Slater in the ring, going, all right, this guy's like 350 pounds, and he just wails you every time. His bronze power slam's gorgeous. I can't wait to see this big match. I've said in the past with Bork that he needs to be brought to a good match. He has it in him. He just needs to care, and he needs to have someone to bring him to that next level. I don't think he's had that a lot, but when he does, you really know the difference. The AJ match. Um, by no means am I saying that Braun Strowman is AJ Styles, but Kane's experience, Braun's raw ability, and Brock's ability to raise the level is going to be pretty solid. I got to tell you, I don't really like big man matches, but this one might actually do it. I think. Um, all right, so for Wrestle Kingdom here, I'm in Connecticut. It's going to start. We have Rollins Army just joined in. Um, for us, I think it's 3 a.m. It says 2 a.m. But I think there's gonna be an hour. Like that might be the pre-show. I don't know. But 2 a.m. is what I'm working under the assumption of. Yeah, UK time was actually 7 a.m. I do recall that. That for GM, 7 a.m. GMT. So I don't really know where you're at. Um, All right. Well, hopefully that Rollins army came in. Maybe throw us a like before you jump out. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to really tag this video up, so we don't really have too many people on right now. And I'm actually a little worried. We haven't seen Khalil around in a few videos. Uh, he's normally one of our first commenters. He's one of our biggest supporters here. So it's a little weird to see that he's not around. I'm gonna have to email him. All right. So we got Joe versus Roman. Um, Great match, but again, Roman, just like Brock, is a guy who can get a good match out of him, but you need to bring him to that good match. You really have to drag him to it. Not everyone's going to do that. Joe is one of the people who will do it. Every time he's going to make you be the best because he is one of the best. So if you don't want to look like a fool, you need to step it up, and Roman has that ability. Um, One thing I don't hate Roman for is his ability to do the job and to be a good worker. When he's told to do X, Y, and Z, that's what he does. And Vince loves him for it. God, my nose is going crazy down here all of a sudden. So I think we just saw Roman doing what Roman does, and that's having a good match with somebody who can have good matches. Um, let's go back here. Sorry, just checking this live feed, guys. Hey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Got to keep throwing that one in there. Let's see. Yeah, we are in. Just so you know, the arcade is in Hamden, Connecticut. So we are New York time, basically, for anyone watching who's not from America. Um, but we will be we're live broadcasting as Wrestle Kingdom happens. It's gonna be, it'll be interesting. There's gonna be a pile of just fucking Red Bulls, I think, right here. So, yeah, Roman match again was good. Roman wins, beats Samoa Joe. I don't know. I mean, how did you guys feel about this match? It was two Samoans named Joe just duking it out. Yeah, he just it was the if he had yeah, man, I'm over Roman too. The whole thing doesn't matter. Like I was saying, once he wins that belt, you know where the belt's staying for a while. So the IC belt's gonna be where it's at. So Joe now having these great matches with Roman and maybe even getting Finn to have good matches with Joe again on this bigger stage with the little Bullet Club reformation, which we'll talk about in a minute. Um, yeah, no, Joe's not going to get the world title, but he may get that IC title. And imagine that division as it stands right now. Once you remove um, Roman Reigns from the mix and Brock Lesnar from the mix, you have a really crazy picture of things that could happen. Um, Guys like Elias will get a push from that. Jason Jordan will be a little more viable. Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, even Seth Rollins to a certain extent would be really good. So I think that having Roman be champions not the worst thing in the world, Not the best thing. Look, you want it to be Finn, but King Ross once said Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men, and that is not what. Hey, my sweater may be dumb, at least it doesn't have Bolt Brothers on it. Um, Martin is in, and he's just throwing random insults out there now. Thank you, Martin. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like Martin, you sack of crap. Um, yeah, I think parking the belt on Roman again, not the greatest thing in the world, but at least we will get a clearer picture of what's going on, and we won't have him interjecting in everything. Um, and Bray Wyatt will have someone to lose to a little bit more. Um, okay, so Martin, I believe that means you are playing Wolfenstein 2 right now. I've been actually playing Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. So the sequel to Link to the Past. Absolutely love it. Battlefield 1. Okay, yeah, again, I'm not a first-person shooter guy, so I don't really know much of it. Pinball. Let's get back to wrestling here. Yeah, so Joe the Samoan doesn't get disqualified. Whatever. It's next. If Martin were here, that's exactly just next. Actually, a match I really enjoyed. I was laughing. I love the action. I love the surprise. Everything. One of my favorite matches of the night. Drew Gulak and Davari versus Cedric Alexander and Mystery Partner. To go over it real quick, Gulak comes out with a note from Enzo saying that he has the flu. He can't be there. So he reads Enzo's letter verbatim in the way that Gulak would. So he says, how are you doing? And just hilarious. I'm laughing my ass off as he nerds his way through Enzo's bada boom, real sky in the room, and all that stuff. He's muscles marinara's under the weather. Um, Alexander comes out. They jaw jack back and forth. He says, "Let's have a tag team match. Us two versus you and whoever's willing to come out and help you because you got no friends." Kind of referencing that Rich Swan's out of here. So what do you got? And of all the people on the planet to come out, it's Gold Dust. I am a Gold Dust mark, 100%. I absolutely love Gold Dust. He does the bite thing in right there in the middle of the ring, and Gulak and Navarre just blast back like what the hell. And overall he was running the ropes. He was doing pretty well. He even did a God, what would you even call it? I guess it would just be a crossbody block from the top rope. But he did it. He standing backwards, a little bit of a turn and a crossbody, just showing that Goldie's got it. It's the fountain of youth, man. He's got it. Whatever it is, hopefully it does. It's not vitamin S. I guess it doesn't really matter. A wellness violation on Gold Dust, I don't think it's ever going to happen. So that's okay. Got Polar Tart Cherry Lemonade as the seltzer of the night. Yes, it must be DDP Yoga. I have that app on my phone. I want to smash the fucking phone every time. Every day it's just like a guitar metal just dun 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 out of like nowhere, and it's always when it's like nice and peaceful in my house. The baby's not doing anything, and then that comes blasting in every damn time. Oh, is it really? That is really great. Well, I guess then that I guess we all got to start doing DDP yoga because apparently that's what Dustin Runnels also does. And Jesus Christ, Jericho does it too. Now I have to do it. Oh man. Getting so pumped for Jericho stuff his match tonight. Um, go back to Intercontinental Cedric Alexander. All right, a little bit of funny stuff happened around this one, but whatever. We get the Miz Taraj and Elias. Miz is coming back, I believe, next week after. Assuming pretty soon. I don't know why they wouldn't save him just to come back at the Rumble. Um, so he is there in a match against Finn Balor, and Finn Balor chooses his partners, and it is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They are doing the two sweet skis. They're doing all of it. Now the issue was that they WWE's Twitter apparently had put up that hashtag Bullet Club was making its first appearance in WWE. Um, they immediately changed this to Balor Club because Bullet Club is owned by NJPW, much like WWE pitched a fit over Too Sweet. They immediately were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" The Young Bucks stepped in and absolutely thwarted that. So that was pretty funny. That said, they defeat the Balor Club, what is it? The club, whatever. The club ends up beating the shit out of Elias, and the Miz Taraj is beautiful. I'm really digging Elias. I thought it was absolutely also hilarious that he said WWE is the Elias universe, primarily because WWE stands for Walk with Elias. Never kind of realized that up until this point, and it was kind of hilarious. I really like the spot. Um, the whole place goes up when he says it and everything. But anyway, so that's that. Getting pretty solid stuff. Cannot wait to see more going into Royal Rumble. Having the club, having a new faction starting is I'm always a fan of faction warfare, and it might as well be this one. So. Um, and then in the end, Kane was trying to get Strowman to gang up on Lesnar and attack him and do all this bullshit. Kane ends up attacking Brock Lesnar. He chokeslams him, does his whole deal to him, and Lesnar sits up and does the bolt sit up straight, much like he did to the Undertaker, and starts laughing. So it puts over that look. He is going to destroy your face, and you can't do much about it because he's Brock Lesnar's. So it's all safe for Roman. Doesn't matter. We move forward. So I'm gonna take a quick break here. Not even really a break. It'll be about 10 seconds. I'm just gonna go grab a Red Bull. Maybe blow this nose. All right. Oh, what the hell is going on here? All right. Refresh on that. All right, guys. So DDP yoga, though, huh? That's a thing for the old guys, I guess. Yes, just so you know, I do put the holes in the top of my Red Bull because I hate the way Red Bull tastes, but I do like Red Bull's full effect. So I just pound Red Bulls. It's like basically shotgunning Red Bulls. I'm gonna die. That's how I'm gonna die. My daughter today at Target saw the Red Bull box and said, "Daddy." So that's terrifying, and I'm afraid. Still hasn't stopped me or won't stop me from drinking it, but the fear is there. So, let's see. Anything that you guys liked from Raw? Maybe something that I missed? Maybe I'm a stupid idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. Leave it in the comments here. I'm going to do some quick tagging. We haven't tagged this video at all, so. See, this is a part where Martin would be talking about stuff, saying like, "Hey, you should like, share, and subscribe, and check out some of our other videos and stuff that we do because we do other stuff." All right, that should do a little bit at least. Put that in there. Just doing some quick tagging, guys, and then we'll get into SmackDown. I'm sorry. Do just want to make sure other people see this. So I originally, when thinking about, we're gonna start talking about SmackDown here, guys. Let me just save these changes. All right. Oh, BKB. That should be Asuka match. What should be an Asuka match? Me blowing my nose and getting Red Bulls, shotgunning them. Read above it, dummy. Oh, Jericho does it too, spelt incorrectly. It works. Congratulations, TOO with a comma. See? Dummy. See, this is what happens when me and Martin don't see each other. We just get mean towards each other. Oh boy, it's funny. It's Martin was the one who said, "Hey, if my friends didn't call me a douchebag at least 4 times a day, I'd ask if there was something wrong." So that said, Martin, you know what you are. All right, guys. So we're gonna start talking some SmackDown here. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I see we got a new person watching here. Please do hit that like, and please run over and subscribe. We do toy unboxings and all types of other stuff. Give us the +1 over here in the chat to show that you're in. Um, yeah, no, yeah. The Alexa selling was pretty bad. This was really not a banner night for Alexa, and I really think she was better than this. I'm getting to that point with Alexa where I'm getting upset where we did the original research just to burn Martin on his hate of Alexa Bliss and just to kind of play around with that. And then you find out, look, she's maybe actually not as bad as you think. And so to go now back in time, sorry for that burp, excuse me, guys. To go back in time now, and really, I feel like they've moved her back so far right now that with what they've turned her into a coward, but a coward, like a cowardly coward. It just yeah. Really, I didn't know she had broken her nose in NXT. Huh. Huh. Yeah, no, but still, I just she's still a better worker. And as someone just recently said, we were talking about Carmella. I think it was Martin and I, and how Carmella's a good wrestler, but she's a good NXT wrestler. She's an NXT women's wrestler. And I didn't really understood what he meant until this week, actually. She just kind of does the moves. So when you see someone like Alexa Bliss, who has that NXT women's style, but then can incorporate some other stuff, you go, okay, this is kind of legit. When she runs into Asuka, you go, okay, well, Asuka is kind of the king in the situation, but I don't know. I just feel like they're playing Alexa wrong here. She has real ability compared to some of the others around her, and I don't understand it. Um, Again, hey, maybe it's that broken nose. So, all right, we will move on to SmackDown. Like I was saying, right now it's kind of funny what's going on with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. I think that this originally, I my thought was something was going to go down at WrestleMania, where we see a WrestleMania match, because contractually where Bryan is. Truthfully, I've kind of in my mind moved that back to SummerSlam. That's a huge SummerSlam thing. Brooklyn would go insane with something like that. The following SmackDown, also in Brooklyn, would just be wow. We would spend a lot of monies to go to that one, guys. All right, so you know what? Yeah, let's roll back to this mixed tag thing here real quick. So I don't know why I should be excited for this. I don't like mixed tag matches because there's no real good situation here. We're gonna see we can see some good work occasionally, but I'm not gonna see Cesaro put Natalia into a sharpshooter. So what the hell's the point? I'm not gonna see Braun Strowman just like power slam Charlotte. So why mixed tag? I don't get it. I there's no it's all we're gonna see is a men's match and a women's match at the same time. It's dumb to me. Now how funny would it be that said if Alexa uh, hits Braun with that punch and knocks him out? Oh jeez. Oh, kayfabe would be in full effect that night. I'm sorry, guys. I could just see it happening. Oh boy. So to the Daniel Bryan thing, I think there'd be a good amount of build up between Shane and Daniel within those 6 months leading into Brooklyn. That 5 months, we would see some amazing stuff, and we know Daniel Bryan can. Shane is just a good match waiting to happen, and Daniel Bryan is the same way. So we're gonna see something nuts here. I don't want it to be too gimmicky, Hell in a Cell, like not that. This could just be a match. Let's see Shane do some of that stuff. We've seen him up his game when he would go against Styles, and suddenly he's doing NJPW type stuff. So I think we have something really good there in the future. Oh, really? Braun and Alexa are on the same team? Yeah, no. Again, I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's so dumb. Unless I guess maybe he throws Alexa at the other team and she like I don't know double punches. I'm just trying to make the bet. This is a turd sandwich. I'm moving on from this mixed tag thing. I don't want to Martin this thing, but I'm just gonna go. I don't want to talk about this. It's so dumb, guys. Oh god, why are we doing this? Oh, it's so dumb. And I'm talking about dudes in tights rubbing up against each other and smashing each other around and yelling at each other. And I'm saying this is dumb. Um, all right, so the next match of the night uh, was a weird one for me. So I was putting my daughter to bed at this point. I come back out of the room 6 to 7 minutes later. So I'm sorry. I go in. The match starts. I come back out, and Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin are holding the tag titles on the ramp, and they are celebrating, and their music is playing. Um, okay. Okay, Martin saying that this is just to sell a video channel on Facebook. They're not giving anything away or anything. So yeah, seeing Gable hold the belt got me pretty pumped up. We are Golden Ring supporters here in the arcade. We absolutely love these dudes. So the fact that this wasn't real, that all this. So basically, what had happened was the non not illegal man, but the non-legal man in the tag matches were not in the match to conclude the match. Meaning, Shelton Benjamin and Jay Uso were the two legal men. Jay gets thrown off of the top rope as he was setting up to do something. Jimmy Uso comes into the ring. Gable comes into the ring. A little bit of a schmaz. Here comes the finish. Gable gives the pin. They get the belts. They're celebrating. This is where I came in. I'm like, what the hell just happened? So I rewind it. This match was insane. These suplexes from Gable, dude. Brock Lesnar and his Suplex City can go suck a bucket of Suplex Cities. Um, I'll tell you what, man. When I see little Gable, who's only a little bit taller than we are, cause I'm what 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in that neighborhood, and this dude's no bigger than 6 feet tall, and he is suplexing guys from a that rolling pickup. That's a deadlift pickup. I heard today watching a few videos on emergency scenarios. Picking up somebody who is passed out is like picking up a bag of pudding filled with sticks. And that is basically how I'm looking at what happens with Chad Gable when he does this. Sometimes he gets help, other times he didn't. When he did it to Big E, he did not get help. That was impressive. So we are definitely Chad Gable marks here in the house. But so they, I love Gable's Twitter. Go check it out. We actually retweeted this at 5LiveVP on Twitter. If you want to go check out this tweet, hilarious. He talks about so he goes, so a referee hands us the belts and then uses a instant replay, which never happens. Another referee comes down to tell him that he has to restart the match. Some guy sanctions the restart of a match, and then a different referee counts the pin to take the belt away. Who are these four people? Where did they come from? So go check out his Twitter. It is pretty funny. Chad Gable. I don't think it's. I think it's under Gable WWE or something to that effect. Like I said, at Five Alive VP, and also at Five Alive VP. That is our YouTube name and our Facebook name and Instagram and all of those. We are going to be ramping it up this year. We're going to be doing more videos, more Instagram posting, and more things like that. So definitely stay tuned and subscribe, hit notifications, and all that other happy horse shit. Next line is so Bludgeon Brothers and Brazongo. This is they basically did what they should have done at Survivor Series. Um, this was a situation where the Ascension needed to come out and confront the Bludgeon Brothers while protecting the Brazongo and the Fashion Police. I do not quite understand why they did this so late. It's not like the Bludgeon Brothers weren't in the room that night, and neither were the Ascension at that pay per view. Everybody was there, so just little. Now I'm not gonna say too little, too late because I love everything about this. It's gimmicky. It reminds me of the early portion of the new generation before it got real bad. It's just kind of fun wrestling. I love kayfabe, so um, but yeah, it was a huge. Malwai agreed. It was a huge waste to not have Ascension do this at Survivor Series. This should, but that said, we're gonna see the Ascension versus the Bludgeon Brothers, and that's gonna be a badass match because that is four dudes who can work. You've got a big man in Rowan. You've got the big man in oh God, what was his name? I always mix him up. Uh, yeah, the big guy. Now I think it's Victor is the big one. I think Connor's the small one. But they have a perfect mix. I'd love to see the club in this mix because they have the big man, small man going on. Um, and then the other part, I mean, it's Luke Harper, guys. I mean, seriously, it's Luke fucking Harper. We know we're getting good matches out of Luke Harper. That dude is badass. I will take a Luke Harper match in any situation. And now we're talking about putting him up against two of the or one of the best NXT tag team match or tag teams. You're throwing in guys like the New Day. I mean, we're gonna get to see more Harper. This is gonna be awesome. I'm totally pumped. So anything with that, you gotta know that in the Rumble they're both gonna be in at the same time. We'll say entrance, I don't know, 14 and 16 or something like that, and they're just gonna clean house. Just so then, or maybe in the late teens, early 20s, you clean house for the old guys to come in at 25 and above, and your surprise person. Um, and then you use them to do it. So yeah, you basically get a rescue here. Um, all right, so one of the funniest parts of the night for me was the Xavier Woods versus Aiden English in the first round of the United States Championship tournament. Guys, we got to get Rusev shirts. I'm talking straight to Chris and Martin. I think we got to get them, guys. When the hell did Bobby T become a Rusev Day fan? Uh, Holy shit, this guy is over with me, man. I don't get it. And I was told this entire time, look, he's good. It's just a bad situation. They separate Lana from him, and she goes over to Diarrhea Jax, and he's awesome. I am a Rusev mark. When the hell did this happen? So, Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Martin, every day is Rusev Day. I don't know what happened, but I'm a Braun Strowman, Alexa Bliss, Rusev fan. Where the fuck did that come from? So, Jesus. Um, so in this match, this is obviously first round. Or I'm sorry, this is the first round, third or fourth match. The winner of this goes on, I believe, to wrestle Jinder Mahal. Um, Let me just double check my facts here. Yeah, so it's going to be Jinder in the next round. Um, all right, so I want Woods to win this in a bad way. I want Woods to win this so that the New Day can freebird the U.S. title. It's gonna happen eventually. They're gonna freebird a singles title. It won't be universal. It won't be anything like that. Who knows? It might even be 205 live, as apparently 205 is no longer a weight requirement for wrestling these matches. That the cruiserweight title is gonna be what makes that, and 205 is the show. Um, Whatever it is, I don't really care. I just want to see them. Yeah, Lana is an albatross, most certainly. It's what happens when you get a girl from the Panhandle doing a Russian accent ad nauseum. It's not good. I saw an episode of Total, like 2 seconds of Total Divas, and I heard her voice, and I'm like, is she from Pensacola? I think she's from like Pensacola. Um, anyways, I want to see the freebirding of this title. If this does not happen, if they actually don't end up freebirding the title, I think we are going to see New Day versus Rusev Day. That would be awesome at Mania. Even if we got a 3 or 4 team match, maybe round robin style or tornado tag, so no tags involved. That would actually be pretty awesome, pretty fast paced. If you had Kofi and Woods, no, Kofi and Big E versus Aiden and Rusev would be pretty badass. So in this match, there was a move where it looked like Aiden English was going to pile drive, I guess, Xavier Woods from the top rope. All I know is that I was screaming. I'm seriously in my living room going, no, no, don't kill him. Please don't kill him. It's just an afro. It doesn't, it's still just hair, dude. It's gonna kill him. um, oh man, but the reversal was beautiful. Back body drop from Brett's rope down. It was pretty good still. Beautiful bump. Um, so we know we kind of have this idea. Obviously, Woods is going over. Woods Mahal. I don't know how good of a match that's gonna be, but Mahal can be dragged through a good match, and Woods has a million good matches in him. Um, so end of this match. Basic finish, nothing too crazy, whatever. So New Day is doing pancakes now, apparently. And they're throwing pancakes out to the crowd. Woods is next to the U.S. title, and he's shoving pancakes in his mouth. And he's going, "Oh, my title, baby!" And he's not touching it. And he's, "Oh, we're not gonna touch it till it's ours. We're not gonna touch it till it's ours." They go to the replay, and this is definitely worth going back to just listen to this. Graves, Corey Graves starts cracking up, laughing so hard, and he goes, "Are we gonna pretend that Kofi Kingston didn't just hit Byron Saxton in the face with a pancake?" And I want to see if there's some other yeah, dude, the don't touch it was amazing. I want to see if there's another camera angle where Byron Saxton gets plowed in the face with a pancake. It's gotta exist, man. Who has that cell phone footage? Please put it up there, man. I gotta see this. Um, but yeah, dude, that don't touch it, and it's so good. And that's why I want to see him beat Mahal, just to do the same thing. Like, oh, don't touch it, don't touch it. It's so close. Um, Oh, this is gonna be good. I think the final will be Rude versus Woods. I think either way we go, things are gonna go well. Rude wins it, he's legit. Woods wins it, you get the freebirding of the title. There's really no bad route here. So just do want to say again, like, share, and subscribe. After this video, I will be posting the New Japan Pro Wrestling video. It's just the preview of the card. We're gonna run over that real quick after we're done with SmackDown here. Um, Riot Squad defeats Natalia, Carmella, Tamina. Who cares? Diarrhea Jax, the NXT wrestler, and someone's grandmother versus Ruby Riot, Sharon Corbin. Dude, guys, guys, in this mixed tag, I swear to God, they're gonna put Sharon Corbin or whatever the hell her name is with Baron Corbin. They're duding her up. They got fur on her leather vest. It's got a wolf on the back. Oh, this is gonna be. It's gonna be the height. Yeah, I really hope Woods doesn't lose to Jinder, man. It's going to be the height of WWE on the nose writing. But then the other thing is how this is a Lone Ranger situation. How are you the Lone Rangers? You're not exactly lone. There's three of you. How are you the lone wolf? There's two of you. So Sarah Logan, there you go. That's her name. Um, so oh man, yeah, dude, Sharon Corbin, man. They're really, and they even did like the makeup under her eyes. Well, I guess the good part though is that they're dropping that the pappy thing. Um, the my pappy taught me that blah blah blah. Maybe her pappy taught her about wolf hunting. I don't know. So thinking tomorrow we got a good snow day going. I got a little work in here down in the basement, but down here in the arcade. But I think I'm gonna play some WWE 2K18. Does anybody here in the chat play? I play on Xbox. We could always, yeah. I guess it's more than likely Mal or maybe one or two other people. But hey, if you want to play, um, I guess just put your name in the bar here and we'll get to you. Or you can email me at bobbyt.5alivevp at gmail.com. And if you have questions for the other guys or you want to write direct emails, it is kriza.5livevp at gmail.com or martin.5livevp at gmail.com. We got creative, we know. And then if you have something for the whole show, or I don't know what the hell you want to email us for, but we are 5alive video podcast at gmail.com because that is what we are. Um, I swear to God, I will stab your face. Titanfall 2. What's funny is I am secretly getting awesome at Titanfall 2, and I'm gonna just cut your face off like this, and then I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna put it on this Alexa. I'm gonna punch. Well, I'm just gonna punch it. I was gonna bite it, but Titanfall 2. So yeah, if anyone plays 2K18, definitely down to play some. So we get match of the year contender Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles. I wish this had a little bit of a bigger platform. I would have liked to see a little bit more of a build. I guess I'm really getting myself ready for NJPW. Every match is just a war of attrition. That's a little bit of what we saw here. I think we saw Japanese version AJ versus El Generico. It was phenomenal. And by no means am I saying, oh, AJ's phenomenal. Like, this match was phenomenal, dude. What the fuck? Um, Everybody's involved in it. Well, early in the show, it's well, if Shane's gonna be there, then I'm gonna be, and if I'm gonna be there, then he's gonna be there. So everybody's involved. They're trying to keep him out of the ring, and this person from this whatever. But in the ring, we are seeing just absolute magic. Um, in the end, due to some shenanigans, Sammy wins this thing. He gets caught in a dead to rights haluva kick right to the grill from Zayn, and that he gets the victory. So I love the Yep movement. I want a Yep shirt, like pretty bad actually. Um, so Styles was all pissed off, and he challenges the guys to a 2-on-1 match. So Brian says that's absolutely no problem. At Royal Rumble, it will be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the World Championship. So that is going to be very interesting. This is a time where you go, who wins? Who cares? This is awesome. If AJ wins, we maintain the greatest wrestler in the world as champion. If Sammy wins, or KO wins, it's deceit. This is the seed that we need to start the Festival of Friendship too. Oh, I hope that happens and Sammy is the KO in this situation and he just wrecks him. Um, we shall see. Um, Alexa, I swear to God, I should just do a entire career on Alexa. Just see where it takes it. Just threaten Brock Lesnar a few times and see her get destroyed. Um, so yeah, guys, hey, like, share, and subscribe. Definitely those subscribes really do help us. We do live wrestling shows every Wednesday night, and then we do a toy show on Saturday night. The toy show has all kinds of other geek nonsense from the Netflix shows we're watching to the Xbox games we're playing, a little bit of wrestling, whole bunch of toys. It's definitely a good time had by all. Um, all right, guys. So let us just briefly jump into Sammy, Kevin, Shin, AJ. All right, I can't. You can't say things like that in public with. I am wearing sweatpants, I guess, so I guess that's non-restrictive. But you can't say these things. Um, oh my God. That would be all right, Mal. I'm talking an elimination chamber surrounded by a Hell in a Cell, encased in a Punjabi prison. Oh God, that would be the hardest to watch match. Now, I don't mean like the quality of the work rate and that the wrestlers themselves would be hard to watch. We wouldn't be able to see through the 8 layers of cage. Vince McMahon would just be the Randy Marsh when he is just on the internet constantly, and it's everywhere. Um, yeah, he wouldn't be able to contain himself. So, all right, we're gonna talk NJPW here. We'll jump over to the card. Like I was saying, for me, Eastern time, it is going to be 2 p.m. is the opening match. Or I'm sorry, 2 a.m. That will be on January 4th, so in a couple hours here. The start time official is going to be at 3 a.m. So it's the opening match, I think, is going to be a Royal Rumble, but we'll talk about that in a quick second here. Um, and then they're saying the GMT time is like it's like 7 a.m. So the first match we're just gonna fire right through here is a New Japan Rumble. It's gonna be similar to the Royal Rumble in terms of the format, where the participants are coming out timed, which is why I think this is gonna be that first hour. Um, but instead of getting thrown over the top rope, you have to be pinned or submitted. So that's going to be very interested. I think the team dynamics really going to step in because there's not going to be as many mistakes. Not as many like, oh, I elbowed you out. Like, no, I have to make you tap. So the team dynamic is going to definitely be tested in this situation. None of the participants have been named. We're going to see them as they're coming out. So it's going to be their chance to kind of bring up some guys probably from Ring of Honor and some of the indies, which they love doing. So, second match on the card is the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championships with Roppongi 3K as champions versus the Young Bucks. 3K won the title at the beginning of this year. Since then, they've just destroyed absolutely everybody. In the NWJP Super Juniors Tag Tournament, they whipped the shit out of everyone that they put in front of them. Everyone but the Bucks. So now that the Bucks are back here and they're going, dude, you think you're the best? You haven't beaten us. So tonight, be prepared for a super kick party. This is going to be insanity. Cannot wait. If I think this comes with that New Japan Pro, um, their online service. Best part about it, $10 a month, and they have an English website now. All it is a perfect translation of the Japanese version. So format wise, it's going to be the same, just same to navigate. Totally awesome. So give that a look. I'm not going to give any predictions. I guess I don't know. Let's see. I'd like the Bucks to win. I'm going to be one sweet all night. So um, all right, you got the never open weight 6-man tag championships. And this is going to be insane because we're looking at 12 men in the ring here. We're going to have the Bullet Club versus Chaos versus Elgin, War Machine, Suzuki Gun versus Taguchi Japan. So again, I got to go with the club. I got to go with the Bullet Club. But this is going to be the first time that they've actually defended this title on a big event. So we'll see. It's going to be nuts. Something like this I believe they say it's going to be a gauntlet style match. Yeah, it's going to be a gauntlet match because when you have that many people, you got to have some form of order. Um, this is interesting. This is War Machine's last NJPW match, so we'll actually see what happens here. Do you have any NJWP fans watching right now? If so, give me some of those predictions. Tell me what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. I watch it very loosely and try to kind of stick to the main storyline, so I don't know quite as much. Please do leave some stuff over here in the chat. Tell me if I'm a dum dum. Probably a dum dum. Um, all right, let us see what we have here next. All right, so one of the matches I'm most excited for, and this is aside from the Okada match that obviously everyone's going to be excited for, and the Jericho match, which we're obviously excited for. Um, it's it's the American in me, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus Kota Ibushi. So this is going to just be a single match, no titles at stake here. Um, Basically what happened here is when Ibushi went to go, I believe, yeah, he lost to Tanahashi for the Intercontinental title, and Cody laughed at him. He kind of just disrespected him. So now the thing here is that within the world of NJPW, you've got Kenny Omega as the now I guess de facto leader of the Bullet Club. And now you have Cody coming in, and he believes himself to be the leader of the Bullet Club. So we have a little dissension there. And Ibushi and Omega used to be partners. So there's a certain amount of respect there that Cody's crossing lines by laughing and doing the things and mocking him. So originally, this was supposed to be for the Ring of Honor heavyweight title. In December, Cody lost that, so it's no longer for that. So it's more of a it's a pride match for more than anything. But for the last 7 months, Cody's been kind of in and out of NJPW. So this is kind of his way to justify his time, to really legitimize himself. Kind of same thing going on for Ibushi right now. After he kind of ran around, did some things, he's back. He wrestled in a mask for a year. This is his redemption. He beats Cody. He gets the NJPW redemption. So we'll see. I kind of want to see Ibushi win this one just because of what it would do to Cody. Um, yeah, dude, Kota Ibushi is going to be awesome, Martin. I really do think it's going to be one of the hottest ones on the whole card here. Um, so now the next one. All right, it's for the tag championship. We got Killer Elite Squad versus Sonata. Again, guys, I'm not really into these guys as much. Sonata and Even. I still love Kenny Omega just burning his ass at that at last year's. I think it was the G1 where he was just mocking him behind his back. It's phenomenal. So yeah, again, don't really know much about this match. Don't really care, truthfully. I should. It's the tag champions. But I'm just gonna kind of move on. I guess. If it's not the Gorillas of Destiny holding those belts, I guess I don't really care, right? So we have the never open weight championship match. This is also a hair versus hair match between Suzuki and Goto, and this is going to be very interesting because these two dudes are heavy hitters. Suzuki is basically their Brock Lesnar. You want someone to get their ass kicked? This is the guy whose music comes on. He comes down and whips that ass. So this is going to be just I think to steal a line from JR. It's going to be a slobber knocker. We'll see what happens here, but what ended up happening here was in a tag match. Goto got a pin on Suzuki. What that ended up doing was in the contention for all these belts and whatnot. They looked at it as well. If Goto got the pin, then he is the number one contender to Suzuki. So this is not only a never open weight championship match, but to make it more worth it, loser shaves their hair. Or loser loses their hair. Goto's got the long hair. Suzuki is known for his J. Jonah Jameson on PCP hair. So it'll be pretty interesting. Not more for clicking extras and all, but your set was pretty dope. Hey, thanks, Chinsu. Yeah, man, we're actually we do a lot of action figures. Wednesday is our wrestling show, and on Saturday night is our toy show. So we do a lot of toys, movies, and all other nerd stuff. That's basically a catch-all show, and it's just general chat. So, but tonight is all wrestling. If you could see over here, actually, that is a almost a full line of the WWF. The Hasbro line from '89 to '94, and then I have all of the new Mattel figures in there. So yeah, if you're into Mattel toys, we also have those a shitload of them. We also do a ton of giveaways. All right, so let's get back into NJPW here. So next up on the card is one that I'm very interested in. Again, every card on the every match on this, like even their worst match, to me would be like Suzuki Goto. I don't really care about that style of wrestling. Still interested in the match. Um, this is the one though. Right now we have a four-way feud, which is awesome because all parts of this feud are feuding with another part of this feud in one way or another. It's weird. You can't even have a enemy of my enemy as my friend because you're also that person's enemy. So you can't. It's crazy. But we got Takahashi versus Kushida versus Will Ospreay versus champion Marty Scurll. I cannot wait to see the villain in action tonight. As the champion, he plays it right. Dude is a perfect villain. Love him. It's good stuff, man. I really don't care who wins this. This is another one of those. Just a phenomenal everybody there. So whoever gets this is going to be good. It's going to be a spot fest. Be prepared for just constant spotting. Um, all right, so next up on our list is the IWGP Intercontinental Championship match. Oh, we got some stuff here in the. Yeah, actually, Chris. Yeah, those are the football factors about the origin of football. Who it is? Oh yes, brother. Ricochet is coming. That's Paul. I cannot wait. I hope they don't waste it on the Rumble. They will. He's gonna get tossed the fuck out, but yeah, he'll probably be in there. Um, if we could just get Neville back, put him in 205, man. That'd be so good. Not gonna happen, but you know. So back to NJPW guys. Next matchup is going to be the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, one of the most beautiful belts out there. I think the WWE IC belt in any of its color iterations is one of, if not the most beautiful belts, next to Winged Eagle. Um, Oh, and I mean the UK title. Look, that thing. But this one in this case, the IC belt from NJPW, Tanahashi is a lover of this belt, so he actually he won it and then went and got a original beat up version, buff the whole thing by hand. It's gorgeous. I mean, this thing is the original, just piece of beauty. So he is the old line, and the young line here is Switchblade. This match is going to be nuts. What we're looking at here is a passing. We're either going to see one of two things: passing of the torch, and we're going to see Switchblade ascend, or we are going to see Tanahashi fucking destroy this kid. That could also very much happen, and we'd love it. I mean, Tanahashi has main evented the last six of these Wrestle Kingdoms. We're going to see a good match here. Definitely in that 4.5 to 5 star range. There's enough story here, and it's going to be an awesome build up. So definitely get ready for this one. I'd like to go with Tanahashi on this one, just because he's the proven commodity. Jay White, aka Switchblade, is good. Well, we'll see. We'll see how the dojo feels about him. So next up in the no disqualification match, Kenny Omega versus the Chris Jericho. Omega going in as the United States champion and the IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega. So the belt is up for grabs. I could see Jericho winning this actually and really pushing for this American push. My other thought is in the weird world of Vince. Did Vince know this was going to happen? Wants to kind of test the waters on Kenny Omega before really investing in him? This could also very much be a thing. You send over someone like Jericho, he's going to know what's up. He's going to know whether this is worth it or not. But on to the real match. I know this is gonna just go to the outside. This is gonna be a bloody affair. I think we're gonna see a One Wing Angel on the ramp. We're gonna see a real Walls of Jericho, which I'm very excited for. The straight up in the air Jericho. Um, this only is going to be amazing. So tying into the next match, the big event, which is Okada versus Naito. Omega, after losing to Naito in the final of the G1, says to basically the world, Naito is the best. This is one of the best guys out there. He brought me to the limit. All these things puts over Naito big. So now going into the next match, if we have someone like Naito who is putting up these phenomenal matches against Kenny Omega and can beat Omega, and Omega brought Okada to the limit, does Naito have it? Does Naito have it to beat Okada at this situation? This would be it. He is now the longest reigning champion in NJW, well, IWGP history. I mean, this guy's over as over can be. He looks like a video game. That dude looks like the final boss in Tekken. He's just phenomenal. His finisher is just amazing. Um, but they're really faced. There's a fork in the road here. Do they take the Naito route and end, or for that matter, start a really big feud between Naito and Okada, or do they take the route where they just make Okada a mega legend and make it the record that'll never be beaten? I think either way, we're gonna see. Is this gonna put Okada versus Omega to shame? I don't know to say shame, but this could by all means beat it, which will be interesting to see. What was the true ingredient? Was it Okada that gave us 6 stars, or was it Omega that gave us 6 stars, or was it only those two together? We're gonna see tonight. I think we're gonna. Wow, I am. As I talk more about it, I get more excited about it. So definitely go and. I mean, we're not paid by NWJ or NJPW. God damn these letters. We are not paid by them by any means, but please do subscribe to their service. It is absolutely worth it. They just did an English translation version of their site, which makes it a million more times easy than hitting Google Translate, and it's just all in really bad English. It's legitimately rewritten. Um, so definitely go out and check that. This week has been a pretty good week in WWE. I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy about it. So I, guys, am going to go get some rest here. I think we are all done with wrestling. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. Head on back to the beginning of this video. We talked about a lot of wrestling in about 25-minute intervals, so you could fast forward through if it was Raw first, then SmackDown, and now NJPW Wrestle Kingdom 12. Um, Definitely get out there though and check it out. There is a lot of stuff. We also have a ton of other videos, and after this, I'll be putting out a NJPW video also every week, Wednesday nights at 8:30, guys. So remember, you bought it because you love it, and that is all that matters.